This one's for those who, like you, appreciate the subtle energies and hidden patterns of the universe. Today we're scrying the depths of artificial intelligence. But not just any AI. No. We're peering into the very structure of concepts within. Large language models, like mapping the constellations of a digital astral plane.
It's true. We'll be exploring a groundbreaking research paper. It's called The Geometry of Concepts, Sparse Autoencoder Feature Structure. This isn't just some alchemical recipe scribbled on a scrap of parchment. It's a meticulously crafted grimoire, packed with insights that could reshape our understanding of thought itself.
It sounds pretty intense.
Oh, it is.
So our source material uses some heavy-duty thaumaturgy to analyze these AI systems, employing tools like sparse autoencoders. Before we get lost in the weeds here, can you illuminate us on what those are?
Sparse autoencoders, or SAEs, are essentially, magical lenses that allow us to peer into the conceptual structure of these AI systems. Think of them as a sort of conceptual alembic, distilling the essence of meaning from vast amounts of data. The researchers use these SAEs to map out the relationship between concepts, revealing fascinating geometric patterns.
And those patterns, if I'm reading my runes correctly, are what the researchers are calling crystals of meaning. Are we talking literal glowing crystals here? Or is this more of an alchemical metaphor?
It's a metaphor, but a very apt one. Imagine the classic Hermetic axiom, as above, so below. The researchers found that relationships between concepts in these AIs mirror each other in predictable ways. For example, the relationship between man and woman is mirrored by the relationship between king and queen. This mirroring creates a geometric pattern, a four-sided figure that represents a specific type of conceptual relationship. That's what they're calling a crystal.
So it's not so much a physical crystal as a symbolic representation of a recurring relationship. It's like discovering the hidden sigils that bind concepts together in the AI's mind. Fascinating.
Exactly. And these crystals aren't just randomly scattered. They cluster together in meaningful ways, forming complex structures that resemble constellations in the night sky.
Hold on. Constellations. Are we talking about vast cosmic structures forming within the AI's digital mind? This is getting even more intriguing.
It is.
But how do researchers even discern these patterns? It seems like trying to read the Akashic records through a veil of static.
It's a challenge, but the researchers employed a specific model called Gemascope to illuminate their findings. They also had to filter out distracting features that could obscure these conceptual patterns. Think of it like a skilled diviner, sifting through layers of mundane perception to glimpse the underlying truth.
Gemascope, that sounds like a powerful scrying tool. Can you tell us more about what that is and how it works?
Essentially, Gemascope is a specialized technique for visualizing and analyzing the conceptual landscape with an AI system that helps the researchers isolate and study those crystalline structures, those meaningful relationships between concepts, without getting bogged down in irrelevant details.
So they're essentially fine-tuning their magical instruments to see past the digital noise and into the true structure of these AI concepts. This is starting to sound like high-level enchantment work.
It's a form of enchantment, in a way. The researchers are using sophisticated mathematical and computational tools to reveal the hidden structures within these powerful AI systems, and what they're finding is truly remarkable.
Okay, so we've established that these AIs have crystals of meaning, representing relationships between concepts. Are all crystals the same, or do they take on different shapes? Could some be tetrahedrons of power, or perhaps dodecahedrons of pure knowledge?
Excellent question. Some of these crystals are indeed tetrahedrons, forming parallelograms that represent two distinct relationships between concepts. But there are also trapezoidal crystals, having only one pair of parallel sides that represent a single function vector.
A function vector. Now we're getting into some serious arcana. What exactly does that signify in this context?
Think of it as a magical formula, a miniature spell that allows the AI to manipulate and connect concepts. For example, the relationship between a country and its capital, like Austria is to Vienna as Switzerland is to Bern, would be represented by a trapezoidal crystal. The function vector embedded within this crystal allows the AI to understand this specific type of relationship and apply it to other countries and capitals.
So it's like a microcosmic representation of a larger magical principle, allowing the AI to weave connections and understand the fabric of knowledge. Truly impressive. It is. But tell me, are these crystals just floating around haphazardly? in the AI's digital ether? Or is there some kind of larger organizational structure? It would seem that even a chaotic system could be mapped. But what about these complex AIs?
That's where things get even more interesting. What the researchers discovered next is that these AI models exhibit something akin to lobes, much like a physical brain. Related concepts tend to cluster together in distinct regions within the AI's conceptual space. It's as if the AI is developing specialized areas for different domains of knowledge.
Lobes, like in a physical brain. Is the AI conjuring up an astral form in the digital realm? That's a thought to ponder. But seriously, what kind of lobes are we talking about here?
Well, they found one lobe that seems to be dedicated to code and mathematics. It's like a chamber filled with arcane symbols and complex equations, a place where the AI performs its most intricate calculations. And they found other lobes that specialize in different types of language, like short messages versus longer, more formal documents.
So one lobe might be crackling with the energy of rapid-fire spells, while another hums with the deep resonance of ancient incantations. That's an incredible image.
Yeah.